Are you sick of having to tear handles all the time on scales? Hey, hang about and I'll show you how this dosing pot is going to speed up your coffee service. G'day, Luke here from Artisti Coffee Roasters. Welcome back to the Artisti YouTube channel, where we guide you through all things coffee. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please make sure you do so you're aware when we put up our latest video. Hit that bell icon, that'll notify you. And if you love this content, please chuck us a comment. We'd love to hear what you think of it and answer your questions. So today we're talking about dosing pots. Now, you may have seen these in quite a few of our videos. We have two distinct ones that we use differently, and they have different purposes. So this is a 75ml decor little plastic tub. It's a 75ml little container with a lid. Now, we use this to go from the grinder straight into the actual pot when it's sitting on a scale, but also we use this to pre-weigh our coffee for different origins, decaf or single, like this, color-coded with little signs on the front, so that we can pop those straight into a grinder, grind it, go straight into a handle, and we're ready to go. The other type of dosing pot that we use is something like this metal one. It is a bit larger, it allows us to take the ground volume very well, and we use this to distribute straight into the handle. Why would we use a dosing pot? The biggest reason is that we know we want to have a standardized amount of ground coffee into an actual handle. Now, in the past, we would be having a scale and a group handle, and we'd pop it on and have to turn it on and tear that continually every time we were going to put coffee in, because the handles actually don't weigh the same weight. Now, they have made this a bit of a standard moving forward. La Marzocco in particular do have weighted handles that are exactly the same for their machines that have scales inbuilt to the drip tray. But if you don't have that, you have to find a way to make that process a lot faster. And the best way to do that is with a dosing pot. So these basically weigh the same weight, so you can pop it on there, you can hit tear, and you can swap very quickly between different pots and be putting it into your handle and just speeding up your service. While you're actually distributing into your handle with one pot, you can be hitting the grind on the next pot, so it's ready when you come back. And that can really basically double your speed of your grinding and your distribution into your handle. So why do we actually use a dosing pot? We've gone from grinding straight into handles and maybe using a scoop or something just to, take the top off and tamp that, to actually knowing how much coffee is going to be sitting into that group handle. And weight is obviously the best way to measure that. So the biggest step we've had in the last couple of years is weighing that amount of coffee, because we know the grinders are very inconsistent. So every time you press a button on a grinder, it's going to grind for a certain amount of time. And that can vary depending on the grind size, the age of the bean, the moisture in the air, and whether it's getting caught in the chambers. So even though that's all happening, the end result could be a gram and a half, higher or lower. So that's why we are weighing that amount, either adding a little bit more grind in or taking it out, so that we can maintain a perfect brew recipe. So what's a brew recipe? A brew recipe will give you consistency in your extraction. And if you're not sure what that is, we'll leave a link to a video we've already done in the comments below. So you may have seen us using these in a lot of our videos on this particular grinder, but you may be mistaken, because this grinder is actually the Anthem SP2 Plus. So we can't use the plastic anymore. because there used to be a button that we would press to activate that grind. This grinder has a metal sensor now, so we do have to use these metal pots. So don't get caught if you've got the new grinders and you buy the plastic pot. Couple little tips. We do put a rubber mat underneath our scale here to stop it from sliding. And there is also another rubber mat that you can put on top of your scale. With these metal ones, they're a bit heavier. They don't tend to move when you've got the grind coming out. But if you do have the plastic one, I recommend just getting a little bit of a rubber mat, putting it down, because they can move when that grind is falling on top of it. And it's pretty simple. Obviously, we put our scale on. We would tear the scale to take the pot out of the measurement. Start our grind. That's actually come up at 22.3 grams. And we recommend actually setting your grinder for that amount of time a little bit less, so that you can use the manual button and just pop a little extra grind in there, and then you're at your goal weight basically of 22.5. You can get a little bit fiddly having to use a spoon and then take it out, and if you take too much out, you'll be there for a while. So don't have it overdose, have it underdose, it's heaps quicker. So you can see the grinders come out really clean. There's not much mess anywhere, and it's ready to go straight into your handle. This is a 58mm diameter with a 58mm handle, and simply you just pop the group handle on top of the basket, invert it, give it a bit of a shake and a bit of a tap, and you'll end up with your coffee cleanly inside your basket. Then you can use your OCD tool or whatever you're going to do to maybe move it around and distribute that coffee ready to tamp. Beautiful, there you go. Nicely, evenly distributed coffee, the same amount for your brew recipe, and tamped, ready for your next extraction. So there you go, hopefully that gives you a bit of info about dosing pots. Stainless steel, aluminium, plastic, all different types out there. We do have these on our website if you need them, so check them out. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you got something out of this. Have a great day.